This is the story of Perseus, hero of the Greeks, son of Zeus. His tale is one of adventure, bravery, and divine intervention. It begins in the ancient land of Argos, a place steeped in myth and legend. He was born in strange circumstances. His birth was not just unusual but miraculous, a testament to the whims of the gods and the fates that weave the destinies of men. His mother, Danae, was a princess. She was beautiful. Her beauty was renowned throughout the land, and many suitors sought her hand. But her life was not destined to be one of simple courtship and marriage. Locked away by her father, she was confined to a bronze chamber, a prison of her father's making, high in a tower or deep underground, depending on the telling. Her father, King Perseus, was a man driven by fear and desperation. The king, Danae's father, feared a prophecy. This prophecy, delivered by the Oracle of Delphi, foretold that he would be killed by his own grandson. The words of the oracle haunted him, driving him to extreme measures. This prophecy said his grandson would kill him. So, he imprisoned Danae. He believed that by keeping her isolated, he could prevent the prophecy from coming true. But fate, and the gods, had other plans, hoping to keep her from any suitor. He placed guards at every entrance, ensuring that no man could reach her. Yet, in his hubris, he overlooked the power of the divine. But the king did not anticipate the gods. The gods of Olympus, with their own agendas and desires, often intervened in the lives of mortals, and none more so than Zeus, the king of the gods. Zeus, the king of the gods, desired Danae. His desire was not to be thwarted by mortal means. He devised a plan to reach her, bypassing the mortal constraints placed upon her. He came to her as a shower of gold. This miraculous event, a divine visitation, resulted in the conception of Perseus. The golden light filled her chamber, and from this union, a hero was born. And so, Perseus was born. His birth marked the beginning of a saga that would see him face monsters, rescue princesses, and fulfill his destiny. The extraordinary beginnings of Perseus set the stage for one of the greatest heroes in Greek mythology. The king was afraid. His heart was heavy with dread as he stood on the cliff, gazing out at the tumultuous sea. The waves crashed against the rocks below, mirroring the turmoil within him. He feared the prophecy that foretold his downfall at the hands of his own blood. He feared Perseus, his grandson. The innocent child, unaware of the destiny that loomed over him, played in the palace gardens. The king's mind raced with thoughts of betrayal and loss. He knew he had to act swiftly to change the course of fate. In a desperate bid to save his throne, he placed Danae and Perseus in a wooden chest. The chest was sturdy, built to withstand the harshest of storms. It was their only hope, and yet it was a cruel fate to be cast into the unknown, and cast them into the sea. The chest floated, tossed by the waves. The storm raged on and the sea showed no mercy. Danae was afraid, her heart pounding with every crash of the waves. She clutched her son tightly, whispering words of comfort and hope, but she held Perseus close. Her love for her son was a beacon of light in the darkness. She vowed to protect him, no matter the cost. The bond between mother and child was unbreakable, even in the face of such peril. A mother protecting her son. Danae's strength and courage were unwavering. She knew that as long as she held Perseus, they would survive. Her love was a shield against the storm, a promise of safety and warmth. The chest washed ashore on a distant island. The storm had passed, and the sea had calmed. The island was a new beginning, a place where they could start anew. The sun rose, casting a golden light on the beach, a symbol of hope and renewal. They were found by Dictys, a kind fisherman. His heart was filled with compassion as he opened the chest and saw the frightened mother and child. He took them in, offering them shelter and safety. Dictys was a man of great kindness, and his home became a sanctuary for Danae and Perseus. He raised Perseus as his own. Perseus grew strong under Dictys's care. He learned the ways of the sea, becoming skilled in fishing and navigating the waters. Dictys taught him the values of hard work, respect, and courage. Skilled in fishing and fighting, Perseus trained diligently, honing his skills with a wooden sword. He was determined and focused, always striving to improve. His strength and agility grew with each passing day, preparing him for the challenges that lay ahead. but his true destiny awaited. Perseus often gazed out at the horizon, wondering what the future held. He felt a calling, a sense of purpose that he couldn't yet understand. The sea whispered secrets of adventures and trials, and Perseus knew that one day he would have to face his destiny. Years passed. Perseus became a young man, strong and brave. Then news reached the island. King Polydectes, ruler of the island, desired Danae. He saw Perseus as an obstacle. He devised a plan, a dangerous quest. He challenged Perseus to bring him the head of Medusa, a Gorgon, a monster so hideous her gaze could turn men to stone. The gods watched over Perseus. They knew of his lineage, his destiny. They would not let him face this challenge alone. Hermes, the messenger god, appeared. He gifted Perseus winged sandals, sandals that allowed him to fly. Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, also offered her aid. She gave him a mirrored shield. With this shield, he could look upon Medusa without turning to stone. Section 5. The nymphs of the north, seeking guidance and magical gifts. Perseus knew he needed more. He needed guidance. He journeyed to the ends of the earth, to the land of the Hyperboreans. Here he sought the help of the nymphs. The nymphs possessed magical items, items that could help him defeat Medusa. The nymphs gifted him 3 things: a helmet of invisibility, a magical pouch, and a sword, sharp enough to cut through Medusa's scales. Section 6. Facing Medusa. A battle against terror and stone. Perseus flew to Medusa's lair. He used his wisdom. The journey was perilous, filled with treacherous landscapes and ominous signs. The air was thick with the scent of danger, and the ground beneath him seemed to whisper tales of doom. But Perseus was undeterred. He had a mission, and he was determined to see it through. He used the gifts from the gods. These were no ordinary gifts. They were divine relics, each imbued with powerful magic. The gods had bestowed upon him a reflective shield from Athena, winged sandals from Hermes, and a magical pouch to safely store Medusa's head. Each artifact was a testament to the gods' favor and their belief in Perseus. He wore the helmet of invisibility. He approached Medusa. The helmet, a gift from Hades, rendered him unseen by mortal and immortal eyes alike. As he neared the entrance of Medusa's lair, the air grew colder, and the shadows seemed to stretch and twist, as if alive. Perseus took a deep breath, steeling himself for the confrontation ahead, using the reflection in his shield. The shield, polished to a mirror-like finish, allowed him to see Medusa without meeting her deadly gaze. Every step he took was measured, every movement calculated. The lair was dark, the only light coming from the faint glow of the shield. It was a dance of shadows and reflections, a silent battle of wits and courage. He saw her, hideous, hair made of snakes. Medusa was a sight to behold, a creature of nightmares. Her hair writhed and hissed, each snake a living testament to her curse. Her eyes, though unseen directly, radiated a malevolent power. Perseus could feel the weight of her gaze, even through the shield. It was a moment of pure terror, but he held his ground. With a swift stroke, he beheaded Medusa. The act was quick, but the impact was profound. The lair seemed to shudder, as if the very stones were mourning the loss of their mistress. Perseus stood over the fallen creature, his heart pounding, his mind racing. He had done it. He had faced the terror and emerged victorious. From her blood sprang Pegasus, a winged horse, and Chrysaor, a giant. Perseus collected Medusa's head. The birth of Pegasus and Chrysaor was a sight to behold, a testament to the strange and wondrous nature of the world. Pegasus, with his majestic wings, and Chrysaor, with his imposing stature, were both born from the blood of the fallen Gorgon. Perseus marveled at the sight, but he knew his task was not yet complete. He placed it in the magical pouch. His quest was complete. With Medusa's head safely stored, Perseus felt a wave of relief wash over him. The journey had been long and arduous, but he had succeeded. He had faced the terror of Medusa and emerged victorious. As he prepared to leave the lair, he couldn't help but feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. His quest was complete, but the legend of Perseus was just beginning. Section 7, Andromeda's savior, a hero's courage against a monstrous foe. On his journey home, Perseus encountered a sight, a beautiful woman chained to a rock. Her name was Andromeda. She was to be sacrificed to appease a sea monster, Cetus, sent by Poseidon, god of the sea. Perseus, ever the hero, fought Cetus. He used Medusa's head, turned the monster to stone, saved Andromeda. Section 8. Return to Seriphos, confronting the king and claiming his due. Perseus returned to Seriphos. He confronted Polydectes. The king did not believe Perseus had slain Medusa. He mocked him. Perseus revealed Medusa's head. The king turned to stone. Justice was served. Perseus had proven himself. He gave Medusa's head to Athena. It became a symbol of her power. He married Andromeda. They lived happily. Section 9. A hero's legacy, Perseus's place among the legends. Perseus's story became legend. He was a true hero, courageous and just. He had faced impossible odds and emerged victorious. He had overcome monsters, earned the favor of the gods. His legacy lived on in the stories told throughout the ages. Perseus, son of Zeus, slayer of Medusa, a hero for all time.